Hi class, I hope that you're excited about this week and our upcoming peer review and the final draft of Project 1. I know you've all been working really hard towards the finalization of this project, and you might have a few questions still in your mind or a little bit of reservation as to what things should look like. So I want to cover a few different things. The first is that you will have a peer review where you will be reviewing 3 of your peers' website and Project 1 essay. And so you'll see that there's going to be a handout here that will help guide you through the Project 1 peer review that is due on May 23rd. So in this Project 1 peer review, you'll be looking over your peers' papers, and you'll want to make sure that there is a website link and that there is an uploaded assignments that have led up to Project 1's final draft and to the current in progress draft posted for the peer review. You want to make sure that they're answering the questions posed in 1 through 5 in the course description regarding Swale's discourse community characteristics and the ideas about the ways in which academic discourse communities communicate goals, knowledge, beliefs, and ideas through their writing, publication, and response to that intercommunication. Make sure that they are analyzed specific in genres rather than just a general description, or a specific website rather than a website in general. So when they're talking about 3 types of genres that are used in an academic setting in their discourse community, they should really be referencing a very specific example. So they might say that in general, my discourse community utilizes government websites in order to circulate and communicate and share information in this discourse community, but have them reference a very specific website to highlight some of the types of moves that are happening, the information that's being presented, and the type of communication that's occurring within that kind of genre. Have they found any similarities between their 3 genres and discussed and analyzed them together rather than in different paragraphs? Have they found differences between their discourse communities' common goals, beliefs, and knowledge? Have they talked about the characteristics of Swale's discourse community? Does the essay follow a very specific introduction format that we will be practicing this entire course, which is where they introduce what they will be discussing, researching, analyzing, whatever it may be for that piece of writing, why that particular topic and approach, whether it be analysis, which is pretty much what this is for this project 1, why analysis of academic discourse communities are useful and important. How did they conduct that analysis? So they certainly should be talking about their interview questions, their primary and secondary research and what they've found. Does the essay flow and have clear organization, similar to the suggested outline of the bullet points that are listed in the Project 1 description? And what other issues do you feel that they might need to work on or cover? So this is something that you want to make sure that you pay attention to, but that doesn't limit you. If there's other things that you need to talk about or comment upon, certainly do so. The other area in which I wanted to cover really quickly for you is giving you maybe an overview of what a website in Project 1 example looks like. And so you'll see there's a link here. And when you open it up, this is an example of a prior student. And so this is obviously a website that has been finished throughout the entire semester. However, what I thought was useful for you was to look at their final essay example for Project 1. And so you'll see that in this example, they clearly use the introduction template. So they tell us what This essay will describe and analyze 3 examples of communication in my discourse community of mortuary science. Now I know exactly what they're going to do. Why? The description and analysis provided will portray how my discourse community communicates its goals, beliefs, knowledge, and ways of doing in the field. Right? Okay, that's definitely the why. How? The 3 most common genres will be utilized to examine my discourse community of mortuary science, of communicating and expressing knowledge and research to its members and the general public. Great. I would say that in this example, and I never post examples that are perfect, this example is missing what? It's missing the what will be found or what will we learn. So here, there should be some sentence, final sentence that talks about something that says this essay will highlight or discuss or reflect upon how the discourse community of mortuary science uses writing to communicate particular forms of goals, knowledge, and beliefs in order to establish a strong community of learners of knowledge for law, right? All right, so then the student goes in to talk about the different types of genres that they found, one being a website, and you can see that this individual looks over and talks about the different types of information posted on that website, talks about similarities between the other 2 genres that the student found, and so forth. And then go into a textbook, and again they talk about what type of information is provided within this textbook, why that information is provided, and how it's used by particular members of the discourse community. And then it does an analysis of kind of how the 3 genres, well, potentially different in their design and layout, are actually still serving a similar goal and purpose to that is overarchingly similar for that discourse community, which is mortuary science. And then it ends with a reflective conclusion about the differences, similarities, and what the student learned. So this might be useful for you as well as you think through some of the feedback you've gotten from me, feedback you'll receive from your peers, and your final draft of the project one once you've received the feedback and begun revision. All right, again, as always, please let me know if you have any questions or concerns or you want to meet with me, and I will be happy to do my best to make that happen.